All right. Hi, guys. It's Ona, your energy customer service rep from Chicago, and Dr. Vicky for this episode of Mystic Sisters. Today is September 7th, 2024. The energy of what, Dr. Vicky? The Queen of Wands.
Yes, the Queen of Wands. Well, how apropos for the Mystic Sisters Day.
Perfect. Perfect. I don't see any comments, or if I can
Hold on, let me see here.
see them, I want to apologize for the last time when I was unable to sort of get ahead of the bot. And I think I fixed it if we have Wendy and Pat show up. So if not, we might have to, we'll see how this goes. But this is sort of the thing that was the theme that was sort of coming up were interruptions in that. But I know Mercury's moving into Virgo. It's going to be
So I picked. Now I just want to make sure that because I don't see any comments yet,
I
and
haven't
I don't know
either.
what I don't want to see if we're actually on YouTube. So guys, just apologies for our for all of this, but
Cindy's here. Thank
oh,
you,
okay,
Cindy.
all right. Phew, thank you, Cindy. Thank. We're like, oh no, okay. So I picked
Hey,
a
Wendy. Oh, she's got a wrench. Yay.
yay, Wendy. You
Yay.
knock off any of those. What are they called? Trolls? Is that what they call them?
Trolls bots. Troll
Trollbots.
bots.
So I picked this Mystic Sister Oracle card for tonight's Mystic Sister because we're a little bit unsure of about talking about the debate because there's always that chance that there won't be one.
Right.
I hear that, and I just hear third hand, fourth hand from people who are willing to actually like watch Truth Social or whatever you do with. I don't know. I don't even know if that's what you do with Truth Social. You don't watch it. You pay attention. You look at it. I don't know.
Yeah.
And they were saying that he's like Trump is like scared. He's pooping his pampers. That's what I hear now.
There's a spray for that. Okay. There's a spray for that. That's not the problem. If there isn't one, which was what I was thinking on the way, I'm like, there's probably a way that we need to see how, okay, we're going to pull a card to see if the debate actually goes off at all. But what are you going to surrender if it doesn't? Like,
Oh yeah.
so it's more like surrendering something because of the debate and how that's going to be sort of navigated. We'll see. I don't have a lot of, I mean, there's no way subconsciously he knows this isn't going to go well. He is not using his hands like he used to. They don't sit like this anymore. This is a power. This is a power hold, right? You never see him do that anymore. He knows he's not that powerful. He would never say it, but he knows it.
Well, I think that's what makes him more dangerous, is because power is slipping from his hands. And he was always willing to do whatever, anything. So we do have to keep. We're dealing with a viper. I wouldn't even call him I like snakes. I wouldn't even call him a snake because most snakes, attack you because they're afraid of you. Although black mambas will run after you, so maybe he's a mamba.
Honestly, to me, I picture him as like the worst patient that nobody ever wants to have in the nursing home because he just drains you. He's like a psychic vampire, right?
Well,
And he's always going to be mean and he's going to make people cry and they can't go there anymore. And it's going to be one of those. That's just it's hard to be around him for more than just a few minutes, I think.
well,
He's
I can't even listen to. I can read what he says, and if people I would rather, like, somebody, when I watch the news, somebody say what he says
Yeah.
instead of them showing me him saying it, because he tries to hypnotize people with his voice. So we have to be aware of that. That all that repetitive
Yeah.
stuff is just he's getting us in a trance state, and I'm woke now.
I
So let
think,
me read what let me
yeah,
read what Artemis
yeah.
says. Okay, it says, so I picked. Did I show the? I don't even know if I showed you. This is the card. Oh, you can't see it. All right, Artemis. One of my favorite goddesses, like my favorite goddess growing up, was Artemis. It's a hunting, seeking, perfect aim. Artemis is the Roman goddess of the hunt, and she is on a mission. She has a clear purpose and the skills to achieve her objective. This sounds an awful lot like Kamala, but you know.
Yeah.
Artemis is intensely focused and determined, though through much self-discipline and education. She has developed not only perfect aim, but also all the patience and prowess to track her prey. She has unceasing ambition and an adventurous spirit, which enables her to discover her passion. Drawing this card is a call to more enthusiastically pursue your goals and dreams. If your dream has yet to be solidified in your mind, be more adventurous and try new paths. Artemis represents the expertise it takes to know when to watch and wait and when to strike.
It's hunting season.
We're on
Are you listening? It's hunting season.
Yeti hunt. We're on Yeti hunt.
It's time. It's time. So it's going to be interesting. I like the response that's going to happen because of this. How are you going to feel if nothing happens? Disappointed?
Well, something's going to happen. Something's definitely happening. What exactly that something is that's the thing. Something is going to happen. Either there's going to be one, and Kamala's going to wipe the floor of him, or a lot of this doddering old fool stuff was a big act, because he's an actor, and he's going to come out guns blazing. He's going to come out guns blazing. The question is, how long can he keep the guns going? Because I watched him. He had something today with the case with Eugene Carroll. And he came out and he said, I never met the woman in my life.
Yeah.
This is like, and the lawyer's like, I'm going to sue him. We're going to sue him again. And I just found out that she left her law firm, that she left the law firm she was in because they said she was a terrible person. Now, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's just, like, this is the stuff. This is what I mean by this is the stuff they're going to do. They're going to try to make everybody who's against Trump look like they are terrible.
Right.
That's what I think.
You know what? And after the significant change that she made, she's going to be different. She's a different person. And I'm not saying a bad person. I'm saying these things change people. And if they want to go out and slander her or whatever, because that is such a symptom of the narcissist, to besmirch the power, besmirch the person who took a little power from you.
It's kind of like when they had Fonnie Willis on the stand, and she was sitting in there in her Barbie pink suit and said, "You guys have it wrong. I'm not on trial. Those guys are on trial for breaking the law.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are confused."
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be that, but we just I mean, they don't have much. It seems like they don't have much to fight her on that's real. So they're gonna go all to. I think they're gonna go to all the tropes. I think that's what they're gonna do. And
this is what's interesting. This is what's interesting to me is he's got to limit the the very narrow bandwidth he already uses in his speech and vocabulary. He can't malign her character like he could a man. So we're waiting for him to just lose it, because he can't figure out what's appropriate to say in front of the Black Association of Journalists. And
yeah, but I think that was all dog whistle stuff. I think he had that all planned. I don't think that was a mistake on his part.
I think it was a mistake.
I see. I think we're on different sides of this, because I think a lot of this is planned. I think he's got the script all written. He's got the story in his head. Whether he can actually do it is another question, because he may not have the capability anymore. But it's gonna. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. Honestly, I mean, why don't you pull some cards on that, Ona?
What do you want me to ask?
Well, how is the debate between Kamala Harris and Trump going to go? And then I can do cards on, you do that on the debate, and then if there's another question after that, I can pull cards on. You know what I mean?
Okay. 4 cards. How's the debate going to go?
I don't know. Whatever you feel.
Let's do 4, and we don't have to do like a whole big thing. I'll do 4, and then maybe a couple of clarifiers if need be. So, see, I pulled this deck because it's got some heavy political vibe. It's also a thin deck. It's a thinner card stock, because I got bit by a dog.
Oh, that's right. You want to tell that story before you?
No, yeah, because I have to pull cards on Trump. It immediately occurs to me, like, right? This is a nice story. It's not a bad story. It's not a bad story. So how is the debate going to go between? Let's assume it's happening. Okay, between Kamala and. See, when if I close my eyes and picture them side by side, Trump is behind a broken glass, like it's crackling. You can't see him, but he's behind it. And her hair is a little bit lighter, I think we'll see, for this debate.
I can't wait to see what gown she wears at the inauguration.
Right.
I wonder what color she's going to wear.
Empress. Queen of Swords.
Ooh, I like that.
2 of Wands. And the King of Cups. So here's Empress. This is the Klimt deck. Mm-hmm. The Empress. The Queen of Swords. So this might be the moderator, maybe.
Or it could be the prosecutor.
For the debate?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Kamala is the prosecutor, right?
Oh, yeah. She is looking at her. Okay. And then the 2 of Wands. But this gal looks disappointed. And she is on stage on this card by herself. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then we've got King of Cups as the next one. So let's say we've got people here that I can't see him as the King of Cups. I'm like, somebody's got to come in, or he's drunk, or he's sweating. King of Cups, emotional, like overly emotional.
Is Stephanopoulos doing this one?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, maybe.
Is this ABC?
And these fell out. And then 4 of Wands. So, okay. Go home. Okay. We're watching the news. And then High Priestess. So
all the feminine power cards are coming out.
She's there and she's available, and she might just be answering these questions all by herself. And then the Justice card, and it's the 8, but in this deck, it's Justice, not Strength. Either one, if I pulled the 8, that's a good card.
Weirdly, I don't even see Trump in those cards.
He's not. The next card on the thing is the Hanged Man. That's the next one up. So what happened to him? Four of Cups. He's a crying baby, maybe. Yeah, I don't think he's going to show up. The Devil. Just pulling off the top of the deck. The Devil and the Queen of Cups. So if he look at him, like there's some struggle maybe, I think, with the rules and stuff like that. He's going to use some stupid excuse. He's definitely medicated. I don't know if he's intoxicated, but he's definitely medicated. I mean, he's been showing that. The bottom of the deck is the Hermit and the Chariot. Those were the two on the bottom. So he's, it's going to be quick and over, maybe.
If it's, I mean, I just want to close my window.
Right?
There's motorcycles outside the window, like this.
Because it's a perfect day to ride.
I know it is. It's getting dark though, so they should be wherever they are when it's dark out.
And then the Chariot fell out again. So that's, is the moon going to be in Cancer that day? Tuesday.
I don't know.
No. Oh, Sag. Oh, the moon's going to be in Sag. Oh, it's going to be fun. All right.
Well, I actually looked at the charts for the debate, and Jupiter is on his North Node, and we have there's a couple of things happening this week that are worth talking about. The first aspect is the Sun opposite Saturn. That's how we start the week. That's Sunday. That's tomorrow. And that's going to show us where the limits are. And then at the end of the week, we have the Sun square Jupiter. So it goes from like constriction to like, the energy is very, but we're going to see some stuff where there's a yod happening. It's a yod to Mercury. So we're going to have to make some adjustments in the way we're thinking about things over this week. Yeah. So, I mean, I think there's going to be a debate. And my feeling is that, let me pull some cards on it. Yeah.
You know what? The Chariot, and then Wendy's mentioned that she's getting the Chariot as well. And then when we pulled on Vance last time or a couple of times ago, the Chariot was a card we both pulled, and there's something about the meaning behind that card. Something happening quickly. Maybe Vance is going to take his place.
Well, that's going to be murderous, because at least Trump has had experience with debates. I don't think Vance has any experience with debates.
I think I'd like to see that too.
I would love to see that too, but we're going to see that. We're going to see even a better one when Walz and if he keeps him, you know what I mean?
I don't know. His name comes in real small on the bumper sticker.
All right, so I'm asking about the now these are my cards, and I'll pick. I'll do like a truncated.
Okay.
Mystic, no, that's us.
Wicked Cross.
Celtic Cross, Wicked Cross. So we start with the Eight of Pentacles, So I feel like this is preparation. Mm-hmm. So I think they're both going through their preparation. I know, of course, Kamala is, but I think that Tulsi Gabbard is helping Trump. And then we have a cross by the devil.
The devil.
Crossed by the devil.
I got that card too.
Yep. All right. Let's see what's underneath it. The Seven of Cups, illusion and delusion.
The devil, the Seven of Cups. Is he not medicated?
Or he is too medicated, maybe.
Maybe too much. Oh, this is going to be really
We
good.
have the Four of Swords in the past. So this is usually some sort of like staying out of the fray, or and he hasn't been around. He hasn't done much. He's sort of been, whereas her and Walz are all over the place. He's only been to a couple of places and 2 court hearings, I think.
Right.
Let's see what's in the sky. The Prince of Cups, the Prince of Jars in this.
Surprise.
So this, you might be right about what's his name taking his place. That's ridiculous. And then we have the Four of Wands. Now you got the Four of Wands too. This is usually, most readers see this as the Democrats.
Yes.
I need some elucidation though on that devil. What is
It's also Friday the 13th. The
This
Four of
week.
Wands energy is this Friday the 13th. I'm writing this down.
Okay.
Four of Wands, Friday the 13th.
I wanna just get some elucidation on the devil. I want to know what the devil is about. So I'm gonna pull from the Hermetic deck. I love that deck.
I know you love that deck. Oh, that would be a lucky day.
I hope she brings an air freshener. Oh my god, so true. I wonder if they're going to put. Remember when it was COVID and they had the partitions between the candidates? Am I hallucinating that, or did that actually happen? They had like people between plexiglass.
Some people still are.
I know, but like when they were doing the debates, or whether there were no debates, it must have been the debates for the primaries, right, in 2020.
I don't even remember if
because there was no presidential debate, I don't think,
or not. Yeah, I honestly don't even remember if there was a. Yes. No, I don't remember. Honestly.
Oh my goodness, you wouldn't believe what I just did. I just. Did you ever shuffle your cards and put them together backwards? So like,
yeah, I did have to go through this deck. Some of them were flipped around. Yeah.
No, I mean actually, like totally, like not just ill-disposed, but anyway, I'm just fixing my deck here while Ona talks about something.
I'll tell you what happened with the dog. Okay.
Yeah. Do that.
I was coming home. I had to go to Logan Square to pick up a check for selling my art stuff, right? And I got on a bus and 3 trains. I am badass. Okay. Public transportation. Okay. I just like sweat. I go in. I was triumphant and just gloating in that because it's a big change for me. But knowing and learning the map of it and where to go and what time and having the app and stuff like that, I felt like a real triumphant day. And I'm walking home and I'm just like 200 yards from my door. And I noticed my neighbors and their dog. And I've never seen the dog from behind like this. I said, hey, Goose. Hey, you guys, Goose has got a weird walk. You know about that? And she turned around, she goes, yeah, she had knee surgery. And Goose, who knows me and greets me, came at me. Like, I'm like, oh, Goose, and bit my finger. And my nail is bruised, and I have teeth marks and a tear on my hand. But it was not an aggressive thing. It was a greeting thing. And we had a long talk about it, and they're going to put a muzzle on her because she does have a history. She has a history in the building. I don't want them to lose their dog. So I want to be able to work with them on her and not, and I'm fine. I'm totally fine. But I was like, okay, I just got crushed, right?
I made it on the subway. I made it on the bus. I come home. I'm right at my door, and
It's like, and that's when it occurred. Every year I hurt my finger, every single year, every year. And I knew this. I knew
is it
this.
usually this time?
Yes, always.
And is it
Always
always
in
your
September.
Saturn finger?
Yep. Last year I was moving and the one digit was bent that way.
Oh, that's right.
Remember? Okay. And the year before, I think I smashed my nail, which has never grown back right. And every single year, and I knew this, I knew it was going to happen. I had signs it was going to happen all day long. I pulled a bag that I was going to use, and there were Band-Aids flew out of it. I'm like, what? I didn't even know I had Band-Aids in here. And I collected them and I put them in a drawer. Who is using those fucking Band-Aids right now? The whole day, drop these little hints of, the skies have a little bit of volatility that can make you accident prone. I am Capricorn sun. The Mars is going into Cancer here, and there's a little bit of, I feel accident prone. And I do because I hurt myself every year at the same time. This year was dog bite. I'm still a badass.
Mm. That you are. That you are.
What a day.
So I wanted some further elucidation on the devil crossing the Eight of Pentacles, because I feel like the Eight of Pentacles was Kamala preparing, and then the devil is squaring that. So the first card I got was the Knight of Pentacles, which is sort of the loyal knight. It can also be the mercenary. And then I got the Lovers card, which can be the Gemini card, which could be him. Or it's just a choice is made. And then the Two of Wands again. How many times have we gotten the Two of Wands? Right? So Dominion. Then we get the High Priestess. So I think he may try to slip in something we don't know about her. Like, even if it's a lie about her past or something. And then we have the Prince, the King of Swords. The King of Swords. So I think he's going to play a dirty trick. But I think in the end, I mean, we get the Four of Wands. In the end, she's going to, it's not going to, it may be difficult at the, like, I feel like the Seven of Cups underneath it is a lie. It's an illusion. It's a delusion.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to say something that's not true. And maybe it'll depend on how she responds to that and reacts to that, and how she can come back from that and continue. I don't, because he put up some really awful stuff on his.
He does on social media, but I don't think he would say any of those things directly to Kamala. I don't think so.
I think he might say it under his breath. She might say something.
That's why we're keeping the mics on. Good.
No, I don't know. Are they keeping the mics on?
I hope so. That's what I thought they contracted for. That was the last problem. I don't know, but I'm excited about it. And I think the cards are everywhere, right? Like it's into it, like something's happening, but not sure what. And I think honestly, until we really witness it, it's going to be hard to predict, because we're all we have these anticipatory reactions that keep popping up. Like, what if? And that's reflecting on all this stuff that we're reading for sure.
I mean, he really made his career on the debate when he decimated everybody in the Republican Party that time. That was really how he. But he's not dealing with his own party. He's dealing with Kamala Harris, and it's only one person, as opposed to, sprinkling the fairy dust on everybody.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or the scary dust.
Yeah, I know. the few things that I've seen, and my sources are Midas Touch Network, Brian Tyler Cohen, that have had the sustainability, and you definitely lean on the left for sure, but it seems like the clips that I've seen are him just completely losing contact with perceptions of reality, honestly. So my expectation for this debate, should it occur, is to see that he's going to just fail miserably, honestly.
So Charlie and Lee says mic's off. Mic's off, which I was the last thing I heard, that mics were going to be off. But I feel like she'll say something and then they'll say, they'll either ask him another question or do you have a comment, Mr. Trump? And he might say something sort of under his breath, or you know what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
sort of like side thing that he does. And then
For sure.
And then he'll go on with this is the worst thing and the worst thing and the worst thing.
Yeah.
This is
covert. Yeah. Oh yeah. Covert stuff for sure. Yeah. I'm sure he does. And he would, even if the mics were on, he's got to try to dissuade her. So he'll do anything, I'm sure. Ugh, God, what a nightmare.
I think it's going to be a nightmare for him, but that's what I think.
I
Anytime I've seen her, she's been good. She's good. She's oops, I almost dropped an F-bomb. Hey,
okay.
We can do that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I won't do it on purpose. It'll just be a slip up. Like
It's okay. No, that's good. Yeah. So if anything, I would have to surrender my glee. Okay, that he would fail miserably, because that is what I'm looking forward to. So if I had to surrender something, it would be like that little cocky feeling that you did everything right today and dodged every little dog tooth and then got bit. Yeah. So I want to stay on track. I don't want to lose track of that, but definitely the idea expanded and symbolized into just when you think you did everything just right, and you were. And I'm going to do a reading on the dog. Something can bite you.
Yeah. I think she's preparing well. I think she's going to be ready. And I don't think there's going to be much that can throw off her game, honestly. He'll try, but I don't think, assuming he's there, he'll try.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that'll work. I think people want.
It's not even fair, honestly. It's not even fair.
I was listening to Scaramucci.
Uh-huh.
I was listening to Scaramucci and the English lady who's on sometimes on Joe, on Morning Joe. She's blonde. She's an English lady. I've seen her on Morning Joe. I don't watch Morning Joe really, but I can't stand him actually for entertainment purposes only. I don't know if that's a bad thing to say, but he said that people want to see her strength. People want to see her confront him. And I think I think she can do that. So I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think that she has to deal with stuff head on, because he's going to say stuff that's not true, and she's going to have to say it's not true, or she's going to have to explain whatever he brings up. I think. So.
I know she's training with somebody who's probably a good coach and will take care of all the nuances and stuff. But this is hard. This is hard.
It's funny. She has to remember the nuances, and he just has to remember his name.
That's what I'm thinking.
It doesn't seem fair, does it?
Yeah. What he can't really, honestly, he can't say the things that he has said to her. there in front of her, live in person, that he has written about. He can't. And if he does, I mean, it won't even be directed towards him. They're going to have to do something to fix that, because we need to know what's going to happen. We love you, Kamala, but we need to know, hey, those student loan debts, and, are those still on the books? Or, we need to know that these things are still going to happen, and you're going to try really, really hard for them to happen, because, we got your back. We already got your back.
Yeah, I don't know if any of that stuff is going to come up in the debate, honestly. I mean, she may try to do that. She
That's
may
what
try
I'm
to do
wondering.
the policy thing.
Yeah.
But maybe people want to see her strength. I would say people would like to see her strength. And her strength is her mind and her heart and her compassion.
Yeah. We'll see.
I don't know.
We'll see. It'll be interesting. It'll be really interesting. So Tuesday is the debate. The sun is squaring Jupiter. Yeah.
Yes, we have this. Yeah, and that can bring up ego. That can be real big ego stuff. Big baby. And Jupiter is on his sun. His sun is at 22 of Gemini. Jupiter's at like 21 of Gemini on the day of the. Well, certainly by the time it squares the sun, but and then this. I said the week starts with an opposition between the sun and Saturn. Well, the sun is on her Venus and Saturn is on her Chiron. So this is, and she actually had her Venus return during the DNC. So I think that's a good thing, because she is the representative of the feminine.
Yeah.
She's representative of the feminine. I was thinking about putting something on my lawn, and I was thinking I would get like a palette and I would paint a giant blue wave on it, and then put a little woman on top, right, on a surfboard with a nice little like skirt, and then some coconut things, with dark hair, and to put that out and see, or the other thing I was thinking I could do is make a lotus, put a lotus out there, and then everybody will know that it's lotus for POTUS.
Is your area okay to do stuff like that? Because I
Yeah,
know.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think what I would do is I would put it out during the day and I take it in at night, because at night somebody could come and steal it,
Yeah.
because it would be like a piece of art, and they don't like Kamala. They'll throw it in the bushes. If they like Kamala, they might keep it.
I haven't seen any signs, so we'll see. People are usually, you don't see any Trumpy stuff.
Yeah. Well, you are in Chicago. I
I
mean,
know they really don't. We really don't like them here.
I know.
Okay,
There's
it already smells like onions. Without you, Don, we're good
oh goodness.
all day long.
So, what else? Is there anything else that we should like bring up? Anybody have a question that maybe they would like us to look at with the cards? I wonder if should we ask if he'll make it to the.
Yes. What's your question?
Will Trump actually make it to the election? Do you want to ask that question?
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, did you hear that both Liz Cheney and Dick Cheney are going to be voting for Kamala?
That was, all my cards just fell. That was like all of them. That's so crazy. Most of the deck. Yes. And I think that's awesome. And we've been waiting for this moment. What was the question?
Is he going to make it to the election?
Oh,
is he going to make it to the?
Oh, he doesn't want me to know, does he? Jerk. He dropped all my cards. That's okay, because you know what? Some of them are upside down, and so is he. I think he knows this now.
I'll pull some cards while you're collecting, yeah? I got the 5 of Pentacles.
Woo. Oh, he's
5
got
of Pentacles,
there's
lost.
a voting thing?
Run out of money. The 2 of Wands again. And in this deck, the 2 of Wands, the guy's going through like a portal with his back to you. So he's like leaving. And the Emperor. Jesus, I don't know how to read that. The Emperor.
What day is the 2 of Wands?
The 2 of Wands.
Wednesday.
The 28 one.
Okay, 9/11.
9/11.
9/11.
And then the Queen of Swords. And then the 4 of Pentacles. I don't know. I don't know how to read these. I mean, I do, but I don't exactly know what they mean. Why don't you pick some and see? Maybe it'll come to me.
I'm still kind of poring over how many times the 2 of Wands came up. King of Wands. Is he going to make it to the election? King of Wands. Sorry about that. They are gilded there.
I wonder if that's not what's his name? The vice president. I mean, the vice president.
Prince? Oh, Vance?
Well, he is a Leo, so.
Be patient. He's walking away. Is he going to make it to the election? Just barely. Honestly, there's disappointment here, too. 8 of Swords. Is he going to be in prison?
I mean,
that's
I don't know how he would get. Although, maybe we could ask this. There's
the lovers.
Chutkin's we're gonna hear about some of the stuff that he did on that we don't know about, and we're gonna hear that in the end of this month, I think.
Okay.
I think it's the end of this month, or it's October. And they were like, and they said, you can't do it then because, he's running for president. And she says the election has no, like, what do you call on this decision? Has no influence in this decision. Yeah, I forget, the legal term, but they're gonna allow, I think, the DOJ to like make its case, I think. And I think we're going to hear testimony from people that we didn't know we had testimony from. So maybe we'll hear something from Mike, what's his face? Mike, what's his face? I'm so technical.
This is interesting. So I pulled it, because I keep asking the same question, like, make it clear. Just make it clearer. Is he going to be here or not? And then the 5 of Pentacles fell out. And when you were talking about the case, I noticed that each one of the pentacles is embossed with a symbol. One of them is a fingerprint.
Oh.
And then I get the lovers, which has been coming up again.
Yep.
And 6 of Swords. So he negotiates, maybe he's negotiating something he's trying to get out of. I don't know. It seems like this week with all the wands coming up, and this is a week of wand energy, we'll probably find out more. Obviously on Tuesday if he shows up, and then the aftermath of the mess. We'll see.
Why don't we quickly pull some cards on the Vance Walz debate? And I think that's happening on the 20th. but I could be wrong about that. I'm looking for a particular deck and I can't find it. Oh, I know why. I put it in a different container.
Yeah, these are all flippy floppy around. The Vance Walz debate. Should I do?
You want me to? We could have a debate. I could be Walls. I could
Dirty
be
Dog?
Dirty. All right, do the dirt. Yeah, do the
Dirty Dog or Heaven and Earth Tarot?
Dirty Dog. Yeah.
It's just a playing card deck, but the graphics are really funny, and this is a great deck for like dog tarot. And Tim Walz reminds me of like the guy who started Wendy's burgers, and like, you know what I mean? He's got that like make cinnamon rolls kind of thing going on. He's gonna be good. He's gonna be good.
He is already good. He's a gem. He's a gem.
Did you pull any? Did you get any, Tim?
No, I didn't. I was waiting for you, but I will do that. I was waiting for the Dirty Dog.
There's a debate. Can you see it? The dogs are fighting each other there.
Queen of Hearts. Okay.
Yes, it'd be like Queen of Cups, but the dogs are like mad at each other. They're on fire. They're kind of like boxing. They say stupid things on top of stupid things. So unlike Kamala, Tim might actually fall for some of that sophomoric banter that pushes your button. He might actually fall for some of that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. God, I hope that's Vance.
What?
Yes, it is.
What?
So this Joker came up upside down.
Yep.
Like, ooh, God, I hope that's Vance. And the letter J is on the card. He is upside down bad dog.
It's an upside down bad dog.
He's a nasty dog too. Here he is upright. Look
at
him.
He's nasty.
Look at that dog.
Yeah.
So he's upside down, and that's the Joker. 4 of spades or 4 of swords. It's over because you're a nasty dog. 5 of swords and a liar. That's JD upside down. Yeah, that's swords, swords, swords. So he's just, ugh. God, listening to him, I gotta lower myself. I have to lower my brain.
I can't listen. He's so like, you would think like that there wouldn't be anyone worse than Trump, but he's like a DeSantis. Like Trump was terrible and DeSantis was awful, and this guy is like a taller DeSantis with eyeliner.
Yeah, it's really hard. It's hard. You spend like a good chunk of your like soul searching and understanding and gaining knowledge, and then you have to dial down your brain to watch a debate or to watch this man talk, right? It'll be the same kind of thing. It'll be the same thing. The same issues, the same sort of trying to intimidate and all that other stuff. But JD's upside down.
I got the 2 of Swords, which is sort of a draw. It's like the energy of a draw. But then I got the Ace of Swords, which is perhaps an action to break the draw. And then I get the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands to me is the good guy. is the guy who believes. I guess they're both true believers in a way. The only difference is one person believes in like crazy stuff, and the other person believes in decency. Then I got the Hierophant, which is listening to that small still voice, and the Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, good.
So I think it's going to be
The Knight of Wands, JD, and the Hierophant could be Tim. And what's the next card? The Wheel of Fortune.
the Wheel of Fortune now.
Pick one after that?
Five of Swords, abuse of power.
They're fighting with their faces.
Yeah. Fighting with their faces. And then the Six of Swords. So I think it's gonna wax and wane. It feels to me like they're gonna be polite, and then somebody pulls out the sword, and then the other one things, and then they have to bring order, and then there's but I think it's gonna be a little cantankerous, which is gonna be interesting to see.
What day is that?
Does anybody know? I think it's the 20th, but I could be wrong. Wondering why Donald canceled the January 6th gala. Oh, did he?
Oh,
Canceled.
because maybe he thought it was a really stupid idea. Dumbass.
Oh, well. All right, I'll pull a couple cards on that.
Why did he? Maybe he didn't get the return he thought he was going to, or just not enough people showed up, or why did he cancel the January at Bedminster? Why?
I got the Six of Pentacles,
Money.
the Two of Cups, and the Hermit. That doesn't tell me anything. Let me flip two more.
Maybe he had a contract to make a certain percentage. There's money in there.
The Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor. I don't know. I don't know. I heard that the Nick Fuentes is backing away from him. So I don't think. What did you get?
It's the Joker, and it's kind of like just a mask, honestly. The next one is Five of Diamonds. So Five of Pentacles, excuse me. There's a finance issue. He didn't pay somebody. He's not.
Maybe he can't afford to throw the party.
And the Five of Cups, which would be loss.
Yeah, disappointment.
Oh, bummer. Nobody's going to show up to your party. And the Ace of
Diamonds.
Pentacles. This would be like the Ace of Pentacles. So it's some kind of finance thing that he probably just promised people that he was going to pay them, and he didn't. He hasn't put any deposits in. And
well, I don't know. Isn't it at his own place? What is that?
Three-headed monster dog. King of Pentacles. It's money. It's all related to money.
You know the other thing? Maybe the town of Bedminster wouldn't let him, because the last one I got was the Emperor. Like, do they really want that in their town?
No, they don't.
Right?
He doesn't pay his bills, and he leaves trash and poops in the grass.
Well, he definitely puts his dead wives in the grass. Right? Jesus.
That's where Melania is. Oh.
What?
That's where
Ivana.
Ivana is buried.
Yes.
Yeah, I would stay so far away from there. No.
All right, let's see if anybody else has.
Not enough people paid to attend. You know what?
That's probably likely, because the first card up was the Six of Pentacles. I don't think he wasn't.
Not.
And then he said that he admitted that he lost the election. And that's when Fuentes backed away. So I don't know what he's doing. I mean, he may be looking for a deal because he knows the stuff that's going to come out, and he's trying to get if I step away, can I have a sweetheart deal or something like that?
Yeah. I think those are, if you get a chance to watch this, and I don't, I'll see whoever live streams it, watch for those things, those little slips, those little Freudian slips that he says, well, just we lost just by a little bit. Like, watch out for those kinds of things. That's what's making it interesting for me, is to see how he navigates around his inability to discern what to say. Honestly, right? That's what I'm interested in, is seeing how big is the gap between finding a word and saying it and realizing or learning that it was the most inappropriate thing you could say. Unwittingly.
I don't know. I just, until I see it, I don't know what to think. There's a part of me that it's just like it's like watching when you go to Sicily. They have all these marionettes that was like, it was like really big in Sicily to do the like plays with the marionettes. I guess it was a way to like disarm people without getting killed, but I don't know if that's true or not. But and that's what it reminds me of. It's like he's just an actor. Like, what's the real deal here? Well, who's really pulling the strings here?
If they can't go by script or prompt or whatever, if they're taking concepts and trying to weave them together to make sense, I want to see where his cognitive status is. Anybody?
Well, he can't have notes, so chances are he's going to do the same thing he did with Biden, just saying like it was a test for Biden. Biden failed the test, and he failed the test. He always fails the test, but nobody notices. So I think he's just going to say the same stuff over and over again. And Kamala's just, I don't know. How do you talk to that man? At least he can't hover over her like he did with Hillary.
No, he cannot, because that was so inappropriate and so intrusive.
Yeah, well, he's an ass, so, and a stinky one at that.
Honestly, right? That's been coming up in the news as well.
Can you believe we even have to deal with this Mama Luke still? It's unbelievable to me.
No, why are we revisiting this? Who's direct and who's retrograde? Because when all the planets are retrograde, it's like the big energies, and then it happens every year, right?
Well, all the transpersonals are retrograde now. So
yeah.
Really, I think when the transpersonals like step back like that, they're kind of saying, "All right, humans, it's up to you. Now do the right thing."
Yeah.
But we're gonna beat your butt next time we go direct.
I've been seeing Jupiter in the sky in the morning. I'm like, hey, Jupiter, don't make it too crazy today.
Jupiter and Gemini, what's the chances?
Right? A lot. Yeah. It's a lot of overwhelm.
Yeah, so I would say this week, take everything, do your best, as I said, in everything that you do. Concentrate, just make yourself feel good no matter what's going on in a way, because we're going to be in better stead when push comes to shove. We may have to shove a few people. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Be at your because this is what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for, ever since all those women walked with the pussy hats. We've been waiting for this. So.
And we had pink clouds last night, and I thought, how appropriate is this? Like right now. So I took as many pictures as I could, because the sun just was hitting it. There was rain behind it. There was some kind of weird weather pattern. Never seen it. I've never seen pink clouds like that. And I thought, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The rising.
looking for those little signs that are going to
The other thing I want to point out is
for
Venus is in Libra, which is great for Venus, and Mars is in Cancer,
yeah.
which is difficult. And this is the sign that Mars is going to be retrograde in come the end of the month, the end of the year, beginning of next year is Mars retrograde. And so Mars is in Cancer now. It's going to be in Cancer like at the beginning of the year still. It goes into Leo, but then it backs into Cancer again.
Can you give Mars and Cancer the stamp of accident prone?
I would say Mars in Cancer is if you're not aware of your feelings, you can become accident prone. Like you have to really access what you're feeling and then go with the flow, because it's really, and Cancer is sort of very introspective in its nature, but when planets go retrograde in a sign, they actually point in the direction of the other sign, which in the case of Cancer would be Capricorn. So I think that a lot's going to get done all the same, but it is going to be a lot of catharsis. Actually, I think with this energy, and I think we need to. I mean, there'll be a catharsis when Kamala wins. There'll be a catharsis for us, and when Kamala wins, there'll be a catharsis for the people who want Trump and wanted Trump, and we're going to have to deal with their stuff as well. So we'll have to see, but I think we have to really concentrate on. Um, I think we have to be real careful that we don't go against each other just because of who somebody voted for. You know what I'm saying? We have to come to once that's done, we have to come together and we have to do quite a bit of healing.
Yeah, at
I think
least
that's
try. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, you guys! It is 7:02. It's about an hour. It doesn't look like anybody's got any questions. So, what do you think?
I think we can wrap up the Mystic Sisters Saturday night and
enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Saturday. Thank you, Wendy, for getting rid of any trolls, which I didn't even notice. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be with Giblets pulling a timeout card to see what we could focus on this week. And
that was really helpful last week. It was really helpful. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good reader.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We love you. And we'll see you again next Sat. Are you working Saturday? Are we going to do it Saturday?
I am not. I remember what I did was I'm working Sunday, not Saturday. That's the 15th, right? Yeah, I'm working Sunday. So
Saturday,
yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys next Saturday on my channel, Victoria Skirbo. Until then, keep calm and carry on.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Take care, everyone. Namaste.